I want to say that's Mark Chamberlain, but I don't think it is.
No.
No, Golden Boy. That's Golden Boy Promotions at the back. That's got to be Ryan Garcia. Oh, yeah, there we go.
There you go.
Yeah.
There is a lot more to Ben Whittaker than just his boxing.
I admire the flashy stuff, and I don't think it's insulting to the sport, but one-round knockouts are not going to teach him anything. There was an IBO middleweight world champion a little while ago who used to wear his belt to nightclubs.
Yeah, I mean, if he can do that, then...
Yeah.
Oh my God. Surely not.
Hold on, wait.
Hello and welcome to Corner Talk, brought to you by Sun Boxing with me, Ali Drew, and Wally Downs Jr. We're back for second show, so obviously went quite well first time. Not too bad. No, we're still here. And we are delighted to say that the guest this week is now a world champion. He's got his belt here. It is the new WBO middleweight world champion, Denzel Bentley. Denzel, welcome. Show us the belt. Come on. There it is. Still got the plastic wrapper on.
Yeah, I'm not peeling it off.
How are you?
I'm all good, thanks.
Top of the world.
Yeah, literally. It was good.
When does the sort of reality sink in?
I don't know. Probably when all of this stuff stops, like when I stop getting called about to do things, maybe then I'll be like, okay, yeah. But as of now, I'm still enjoying it. I'm still on a high and hasn't really sunk in yet. I'm just enjoying it.
Even the other day when we got him on split decision, I said, "Where's the belt?" He's like coy, like a little bit. I had to beg him to go and get it. And you know what, Dins? I was looking back because even in the build-up, we was talking about you applying for Amazon jobs. And I went back and looked when you challenged Janabek, and that's when you talked about you worked in Sainsbury's. For 3 years before that. It's a proper story, man.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy. You don't get to really look back at it when you're living it. It's like when I'm talking to you guys and you remind me, or my friends say things and I'm like, you know what, you're right, you know. But when you're living it, you don't really appreciate it. So I think I need to start doing that.
Where's the belt been kept?
Right now, it's in the case still because they're still doing this rounds. So it stays in the case, still fresh, which is why the seal ain't come off yet. The plastic's still on there. My son would have ripped it off by now. But yeah, I've got a nice space for it on the shelf. Yeah, there's one more space left. I just need to rearrange what goes where because before I had the British title at the top, the European under it, even though European's big, but the British title's nicer. So this is going to go on the top and I just have to bring everything down a step. And that's my shelf completed.
That's quite a problem to have. Where do all the belts go? What goes at the top? Well, we will go into detail about the fight and everything from it a little bit later. We'll start off just a shout out to Anthony Crolla. He was on Crolla last week. Mm-hmm. He was recovering from his operation, but he was still like a trooper going out for his fighters, and they both got the win, didn't they?
Yeah, he's on fire. It's a really good gym up there with Ant, because again, it's great when we have world champions in all the time, but you don't realise that someone like him, someone who's as good as him, a former world champion and a great fella, he's managing and coaching fighters all the time, him and Don McGuinness, and getting them on all sorts of small shows, Liverpool, Newcastle, all up and down the country. So, well done, little Ant.
Yeah, absolutely smashing it. Right, well, let's start with a fight that we saw this weekend, Saturday night, from Liverpool. The new main event, Whittaker-Suarez. Ben Whittaker got the win. That's the second first-round stoppage win in a row for him. He's doing great currently. There is a lot more to Ben Whittaker than just his boxing. Incredible boxing skill, but there's the whole personality, persona around it. First of all, what did you make of his performance? It was brief, but what did you make of it?
Yeah, like the performance is really good, and in this new age now where everything goes viral is what people want. But I think the opponent's got to be better. You know, that opponent had been knocked out 3 or 4 times before and early as well. Ben is not a young boy. He's 28-year-old Olympic silver medalist. And when he moved from boxer to matchroom, they called the first fight level up. Now, for me, since the Liam Cameron fights, his opponent quality has gone down, not up. So I know how good he is. I know what he used to do on Team GB. I know who he used to spar. His potential is limitless, really. But one-round knockouts are not going to teach him anything. I know he would have done a camp. I know it's another 16 weeks with Andy Lee, magnificent. But he's knocked him over in a round because he's really good. Mm-hmm. But I think his opponents need to be better, because when he does go in with someone good, suddenly the jump up is huge, and suddenly you don't know. Yeah, I just think there'll be a big jump up soon and maybe a bit of a shock to the system.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah.
What did you make of his performance?
I thought it was a good performance. I thought it was really good. I thought it was intentional, and I felt like he he said something after in a post-fight interview about Crawford saying you play with your food too much. I think he didn't do that this time. He just went straight for the kill and went there. So I thought it was a good performance. But I do kind of slightly agree with Wally though, because I was thinking, yeah, this kid, he's good, he can go all the way kind of thing. And then I'd see people saying things online and it put into perspective that it's kind of true. Like, he's not a young kid. He's 28 and nearly 29, they said. Olympic silver medalist. Great achievement, by the way. I didn't achieve that, so I can't talk on that, do you know what I'm saying? So it's amazing what he's doing. But I feel like if he keeps playing around at this level, he's going to stunt his growth. I think he needs to switch on mentally against tougher opponents. So that's where we're going to see the best out of him. Right now, you're seeing him do his thing because he's that good. But I guess that's the goal here. I feel like his promoters and Matchroom are trying to make him play at a level where he's above it. So when he does smash it, it goes viral and it's like, yo, look what this kid's doing. And then you get more of a value out of him kind of thing, if that makes sense. But I do think he needs to step it up a little bit, or I'd like to see him step up a little bit and see how he copes with, you know, some domestic opponents. But then again, saying that, Andy Lee sounds like he's on the same page. He was calling out guys like Anthony Yard and all these other things. So who knows? Maybe after his show out in America, he comes back and steps up the levels. But I do think he's a quality fighter.
Because I do think as well, when you mention Yard, now Yard come to the sport really, really late. So he's very much, he's different to Ben.
Yeah.
But if you take out the Lyndon Arthur one, which was a bit like his sort of freak defeat because it was in lockdown, it was silent. But Anthony has had 3 world title shots against monsters and great fighters. But in between them, he's had a lot of easy fights. And again, that's because he's really good and he's powerful. But then when you make that big jump up, people want to see Ben, whether they love him and they want him to win, or whether they don't like the flashy showboating and they want him to lose. That's magnificent. That's what everybody wants. Because you get 100% of the market.
Yeah.
But I just do think that when he's in a fight with someone who is really good, and it's a stacked division domestically and around the world, it's going to be a massive jump up from his last 2 opponents to world titles.
Do you like he's a bit like Marmite. People do either love him or they hate him because of the antics outside of the ring. I don't think you can deny the skill and the level in the ring, but the sort of antics, even when he's fighting, that goes on. Do you like that? Or do you think that's a little bit dangerous? Say it's okay at the level of opponent he's got now, but is that potentially going to be a problem for him going forward?
I mean, I don't mind it as long as you're being yourself. Do you know what I mean? If he's trying to play a character that he's not, then it's like, come on, bro, you're going to get found out soon. Because you've seen a lot of fighters do it and then they want to say, oh, I'm not really like that guy. It's like... And it's like, it's too late. But if he's being himself, I don't mind it. Like, be yourself, like, spread your wings. But, like, just like Wally said again, with Anthony and Ben, he could fall into the same trap. Just like having easy opponents because you're so good. And then when you step it up, you got that false sense of security thinking, oh, come on, I've been doing this my whole life. And then it's like, you come unstuck because that person's as good as you, but worked harder. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying they don't work hard, but I guess, you know, it can kind of, you need that middle ground, that balance, like domestic fights, go through that and think, oh, damn, come out of that. Because all these fights, it changes your mindset bit by bit. I feel like...
You need to see how he reacts in the
You need to see how he reacts, yeah, exactly. And he needs to know, he might feel like he's got it. And maybe he does. But when it comes out, it's a different feeling. Like, yo, I know I can dig deep. Do you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you go on the fight and you're like, yo, I really thought I could dig deep, but I couldn't. Then you got to go back to the drawing board and fix it or whatever. So... for his sake, he needs to see that middle ground. Like you said, you've seen him spar, all these things, and I'm sure he's quality in sparring and all these things, and there's no knock on any of these fighters, Yard or Ben. I think they're both quality fighters. You know, what they've achieved in their life is incredible, but that middle ground kind of helps you see where you're at. So,
because that's the one thing that still is the hangover from the Liam Cameron first fight, is that was a tough fight. It didn't all go his own way. He had a bit of adversity, and some people say that he took the easy way out of that fight, whether you believe that or not. Now he came back in the rematch and was brilliant.
That was good. That was good. I'm not gonna lie.
But yeah, Liam Cameron had changed his whole life, bought his first house.
Yeah,
so
he probably come in thinking,
he's had some good fights, and he's gone the distance in a couple of fights and won convincingly. And yeah, I think he doesn't need any more 1-round knockouts anymore.
I mean, if he's stepping up the levels and knocking them out in 1 round, then
we're all win-win,
yeah. But
so if you do want him to step up and you want him to sort of face the tougher opponents, what direction do you see him going in? Is there any names you think would be sort of make an interesting fight at this stage of his career? They won't want to take massive risks with him, but where does he go?
Yeah, someone of his level. So you look at all the Olympians that turn pro. They move quicker than he has been moving. But I get his value's different. You can make a lot of money out of him while he's here, so you don't rush him. But like okay, Fraser Clark's a little bit older, but he's been in some dangerous fights and, you know, come out on the wrong end of some of them. You look at, you even go back to the Olympic clock before that, Cordina, Josh Kelly, Okolie, all fought for world titles before 20 fights. I think Ben's had like, what, 12 now? If he was to go through the British level now, like British, I mean, I had my first British title fight in 14 fights, I think. So I'm not no Olympian or anything. He might not want to go that route, which is fair. There's other domestic fights you can kind of have to kind of prove your kind of your worth or whatever. So, but I think if he was to step up for a British title fight now, what's that? The winner of Louis Edmondson and Lyndon Arthur. I think those are good fights. I think those fights are solid, and I think he's good enough to compete at that level before moving on. If you don't want to push on toward honours right now, that's a way to kind of stall it and get championship experience. But obviously, they're going to do what they want to do with him.
Because I know he gets he attracts both sides of the pond of loving and liking him, but I admire the flashy stuff, and I don't think it's insulting to the sport.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I understand if people watch it and think it's disrespectful to a journeyman opponent, but that journeyman is getting a much better purse because of how flashy he is and the eyeballs that he brings.
Yeah.
So you can't have it both. You know, that guy who's in there for his first 10 fights maybe is getting a good purse because Ben's flashy, and Ben's first is good because he is flashy. So, and when I've had chats with him, some on the record and some just privately, he's a typical sort of Midlands down to earth nice fella. He's just tapped into that market of if they hate you, they still pay, and if they love you, they still pay. So I think there was a little bit of, whether it was his management or his promoter early on, when he hadn't done much and he was fighting journeyman and he was throwing money on the floor, and I was thinking, well, Floyd did that when he was about five-weight world champion. I didn't
like that. I didn't like that, and I didn't like that he said to Andy Clark, "Don't have an opinion." I think Andy Clark basically said, "I don't like that you're doing that to journeyman. I think you should call him out." And then Ben said, "Well, you've never boxed, so you can't have an opinion." So then I was a bit like, well, it's not even about the fighting he's talking about, so he can have an opinion if it's his opinion. You don't have to agree with it, but that I didn't like. But I don't mind the flashy and the confidence, so long, because he can back it up, so long as he does continue to back it up.
That'll be the test, though. You know, make sure he's still mocking people and being flash when he's in a real fight.
Yeah, when he's up against, a real champion, keep the same energy.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's what we're going to say. Well, we have to end this one with Wally's hook and jab. So a good point and a bad point from that fight.
Good point. Just seeing how him and Andy Lee are clicking. When he moved to Andy Lee, I thought this will either be very short because Andy will make him work incredibly hard, or it will be really successful, and it's proven to be really successful.
What about your jab? What was the negative about it?
Just the quality of the opponent. That's all. And I appreciate it wasn't supposed to be a headliner, so I think it wasn't their fault. It ended up being a headliner. I just think he needs to be moved faster because he is really, really good, and he needs better opponents.
Also great that the show got kept on, I have to say.
Absolutely, yeah, for all them fighters, all of them guys that would have made weight and lost money. So yeah, well done to Matchroom for that.
Very good. Well, now we move on to the next part of the show. We're going to play Bella Boxer, where we ring an unsuspecting boxer and see what they're up to and see their opinions on what we're talking about. And this week, we're not just ringing a former world champion, we're ringing a former undisputed champion. It's Josh Taylor.
There he is.
Oh, he's on FaceTime. Hi.
Hey, how are you?
We're good. How are you?
Yeah, not bad at all.
What are you currently doing?
Currently sitting on a building site. My house is like a building site just now. Getting an extension done on the house, so house is a bit of a building site.
Oh, it's all going on. People, if you're listening, you might not be able to see him. We can see him on FaceTime, so we can actually see what he's doing.
Denzel's got the lovely problem at the minute, Josh, of what you had to do, arranging all of his belts around the front room. Nice problem to have.
Haven't moved them all.
Have you still got all of yours out on show, or now that you've retired and moved away from the sport a little bit, have you tucked them away?
No, they're always on show, man. There was I got like a media wall built when I first bought the house with the 6 spaces. But before I had won the title, so, and I just knew that was like my manifestation kind of thing. Like I'm going to get that belt for when I do win the titles, and it came to fruition. So it was all good.
Got to keep them on display always, always. They can't be
Yeah,
they can't be
always
stashed away. No way.
till the day I die.
That's it. So how are you sort of keeping in with the boxing world? We've seen you do quite a bit of punditry. I saw you at a show the other week on punditry duties. How is
Yeah.
that all going?
Yeah, it's going quite well. I've been up and down to London a couple of times and doing the Steve Bunt show and that kind of stuff, and the BBC Five Live and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's been quite good. There've been a couple of boxing shows doing a bit of the punditry stuff there. I was at the Nathaniel Collins one last week as well. So, it's been quite good. It's been quite regular, which has been nice. It's been keeping me involved in support in some capacity, so it's been quite good.
That was a tough night for Nathaniel, Josh, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, unfortunately. He just didn't seem to get going. He didn't throw much punches at all. He kind of seemed quite hesitant. I think he'll be quite disappointed within himself. He'll know that was nowhere near his best.
Because that's what we always really want. We always want all of British boxing to be firing, and with you retiring, we were sort of hoping that Nathaniel could kick on and get those big nights in Glasgow at Hydro, or maybe your old dream of Edinburgh Castle was one that that can always lure us up from London for a big long week.
Yeah, no, it's a bit of a bad blow more for Nathaniel than anything, because he would have been looking to obviously go on and get that final eliminator shot, and then keep the big nights here, So it's a bit of a blow for him, to be fair, but it's just a speed bump in the road, really. It'll be gutting for him for the time being, but it's just a speed bump in the road. And for the other guys coming through, we've also got Willie Hutchison as well. So Will Hutchison can have big nights up here as well. He's very popular up here too, and a good fighter in himself. He's getting close to sort of getting to that world level now as well. So yeah, it's looking in a good place, Scottish boxing. So yeah, it's quite good. It's good.
Dempsey mentions Willie Hutchinson. What an opponent that would be for Ben Whittaker, because Willie
Yeah.
sells a fight incredibly well.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
I think that'll be a really good fight. I think like both of their personalities will clash, and I think it will make for a good build up, and I think it will also make for a good fight as well. Because when one showboat and the other one will do the same thing as well, so I think we'll be entertained. We might just have a fight for a showboating, but I'll enjoy it.
Yeah, the build-up would be a bit mental for that one, wouldn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
That's
That'll be
quite
mad
good,
because
actually.
Willie's a wind up.
Yeah, oh
Willie's a
God.
wind-up.
Yeah.
Oh, the other week, we were doing the Queensbury show. It was just relentless. He was just coming out with lines here and this, it was
Is that
just
when he fought Ezra?
it was
Yeah,
non-stop, yeah. Every single time he spoke to me, he was just coming out with the more outrageous
Really,
stuff.
yeah.
I was like, oh
Good
my
character.
God. It was brilliant.
Josh, we was just talking to Dens about how incredible it is being a world champion now, because a few months ago when he was just sitting out, he was applying for jobs with Amazon. Before his first world title fight, we talked about how he worked in Sainsbury's for a little while. Was you always, listen, I know you turned over and you went on a great run. Did you ever have to have a job to keep you in training?
Well, I was fortunate enough that I didn't have to. I got into the GB squad, just before the Olympics, 2011. And before then, I was kind of skimping and scraping. I was always asking like my mum and dad for some money to get to the gym and kind of have a line of 20 quid to put some petrol in the car, kind of thing, so I could get up to the gym and things like that. Then I come home from the Commonwealth Games in 2010 with the silver medal. Um, and I got on to the GB squad. Then I got beat by Thomas Stalker in the final of the GB tournament, which I thought I just nicked it. And after it, Rob McCracken came up to me and says, "Right, come onto the squad. We'll give you a trial for the development squad." And I was only on there for a couple of months, and then Rob was like, "Right, come on. There's a space at 60 kilos that no one's qualified for yet. Do you want to go for it?" And I had only just moved up to 64, and I was like, I'll go back down to 60. But it's a chance to go to the Olympics. So I thought, all right, okay, I'll go for it. And I went for it, and I went and qualified for the Olympics. And then from then on, that was me having funding from the GB squad. So I didn't have to worry too much about getting money since from that point onwards. It was funded then from then on. So I was quite fortunate in that way. And then obviously I went and won the gold medal at the Commonwealth Games, and that put me on. That sort of put me on the path of getting good fights from sort of early on in my career, with Barry and Shane and that. So, yeah, I was quite fortunate that way, that I didn't have to work from a certain point on, because I got onto the GB squad at the perfect time, really.
That they were all rewards for your hard work and your ability. But now,
Yeah, absolutely.
but now you're retired. Do you think maybe that you missed out on something like that? So we had, say, Derek Trezora's nephew, Jermaine, in here the other day. He's 9-0, never done anything in an amateur in the success that you've had, but he's still an electrician now, and he's getting on pay-per-view shows, but he's still an electrician. Denzel's had to work. We've had other fighters now that I know still go to work. Sam Noakes is a world title challenger who goes roofing. Now that you're retired and the sport isn't there to be your job, do you think maybe you've not missed the trick, but something in your that you might have just missed out on maybe when you was younger?
No, I don't think so. I think I was pretty fortunate, to be fair, the way that it all panned out. I don't know, don't get me wrong, I was skint all the way through my life. Like, I got onto TV squad and I was getting 600 quid a month, and I was like, oh, I'm in the money now. So once I got in the GB squad, I was able to sort of kind of then fund my training. It'll not be that much money, but 600 quid a month, but it was a lot of money to me at the time, and it was enough for me to literally put money in my car and go to the gym and kind of get some food. Really, that's all I really needed to do. I was still staying at home with my parents and that as well, so I kind of had that kind of net of being at home with my parents. So yeah, I was pretty fortunate that way, and then obviously I won the Commonwealth Games, and then that put me on to sort of then being able to fund myself and look like kind of not worry about that after that. So I was kind of fortunate that way.
You were getting plenty of work last week reacting to Conor Benn's performance against your old mate Regis Prograis.
Yeah.
He's got to do better against a one-legged veteran, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think I've been pretty vocal the last couple of weeks about it. I don't think I need to elaborate on it anymore. Everybody knows my opinions and my views on it, so I don't think I need to elaborate on it anymore. I don't want to keep pushing the guy. I've said my opinions and that's it. I don't think I don't think he's worth the hype, to be honest, and that's all I'm going to say. He's a good, but the thing is, I like Conor. He's a good lad. I've spoke to him and met him a few times. But I'm just being honest, and I say it as it is, and I'd say it to his face when I see him as well. If he had the problem with it and he said something to me, I would tell him straight up, So, and that's the way I am. I'm a straight shooter. If you can either like it or lump it, But I'm going to tell you what I think. I'm not going to sugarcoat you and say, "Oh, you're absolutely amazing," and then go to someone else who's standing over and say, "Oh, crap, he's no good, him." That's not me. I'm straight up shooter. So yeah, either take it or you leave it, and I don't care whether you like it or you love it. You take it or leave it.
Yeah, you have always been very straight talking. We can give you that. You definitely have. Right, do you fancy playing a game? The two of you, Denzel and Josh. You want to play a game?
Go for it. Yeah.
Okay. We've named it Denzel v Denzel. It's obviously Denzel Bentley against Denzel Washington. So it's going to be 7 rounds. Just like your last fight. Okay, so it's basically quotes that either you have made, or Denzel Washington has made, and we have to so we have to say whether we think you've said it or whether we think Denzel Washington has said it. Okay,
well, so if they're kind of non-PC ones, they might be mine.
Yeah, we might have thrown one in from you. Right, okay, Josh, if you answer first, just in case you remember actually saying it.
Yeah.
So the first one. If you can't see it, it won't happen. Josh, who said that?
I think that would be Denzel.
Denzel Bentley?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was me. It sounds like something Denzel Washington.
Yeah, it was you, correct. Both correct.
Well
technically, it's my brother that said it, but yeah.
He's nicking his life.
Oh, you quoted him. You quoted him. Okay. Right, next one. I'm not trying to take no chances, so I'll be on point, be as sharp as I can. Bentley or Washington?
Washington.
Okay.
Yeah, that's me.
Right.
It is Denzel Bentley who said that. Right, next one. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove.
I'll say Bentley.
You think Denzel Bentley?
That's
Yeah.
definitely Denzel Washington.
It was. It was.
Is it too clever for
Yeah,
you?
100%.
It's
3-1.
3-1.
Oh yeah,
It's
so it
3-1.
is. That's a great film. Oh.
Okay, next one. I've been the underdog in every situation I've been in. Bentley or Washington?
Ooh, that one's
I
tough.
said Washington.
You're going to say Washington?
Yeah.
Denzel, who are you saying?
I'm going to say that's me.
It is
It
you,
is me,
well
yeah.
done. Yeah, it is you. Okay, 4-1. Next one. Nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. Bentley or Washington?
Oh. Bentley.
That's definitely Denzel Washington.
It is Denzel Washington.
Oh, there you go.
So, yeah, you were right. So it's now, what, is it 5-1? Are we on 5-1?
Yeah, if that was... If I got
Yeah,
that one
yeah,
right,
you got it right, yeah. Okay, this next one. So we've got 2 more. So we've already got a winner, but we'll keep going. The start of my story is different. The end is what will make it a good story.
That's Bentley.
Denzel?
I think that was me. I don't think it was me, but I'm going to say it was me.
It was
It was
you.
me.
Both correct.
Say
Yeah.
some things,
both
isn't it?
Arrogant, ain't you? My story.
And the final one.
Yeah.
Fall down 7 times, get up 8.
That's definitely Denzel Washington. I've never said none of that in my life.
Are you going Washington as well, Josh?
Yeah.
It was. It was Denzel Washington. Slight advantage you had there, but
Yeah.
Denzel did win that.
Why don't you ever give any of these good quotes to me?
I know.
I don't know when I said them.
That's unbelievable.
I say some things sometimes. I must have been fight week. Dehydrated, I'm hallucinating. I think I'm someone else.
Coming up with these poetic.
Don't get like that on fight week.
Yeah.
Oh well, it was close. It was close. You got a few right, but Josh, thank you very much for your time, and we'll have to have you in the studio. Will you come in a few weeks?
Yeah, no worries, guys. I look forward to coming down and seeing you soon.
Top man, cheers, Josh.
Perfect. Thank
Have a
you.
good trip, guys. Take care.
Bye.
Cheers.
This part of the show is where we normally preview the upcoming weekend's fight nights, and we would be looking at Tony Yoka versus Lawrence Okolie from Paris, which is taking place this weekend. But it has come out that Lawrence Okolie has failed a drugs test, so that fight is off. The statement that Queensberry made was that last night, so Monday night, the Voluntary Anti-Doping Association informed Queensberry that Lawrence Okolie returned an adverse finding following an anti-doping test conducted ahead of the show in Paris this Saturday. A further update regarding the event will be made in due course. So we don't know if the show's going ahead or not, but the fight is definitely off. Lawrence Okolie responded. He said, "Before anyone starts imagining the worst, following my bicep injury last year, I sustained an elbow injury on the same arm during this camp. I had a treatment on it and now here we are. I truly hope sense prevails. I will, of course, be fully cooperating with all the relevant authorities and I'm confident any investigation will clear my name. I won't be making any further comment at this time. Thank you for all your support and see you soon." So, what are we making of this?
I thought it's been unlike the Conor Ben one, where there was a lot of work that went on behind the scenes to keep that fight on. This, I think, it's been handled very well. Lawrence's statement is good because there's no ambiguity. He is saying that the substance that has been found in his system, you know, he's admitting that. So we're not having it's not in my system.
Yeah.
He's saying it was in my system because I've had 2 injuries and some of the treatment has resulted in this being in my system. Now, the substance that is in his system that I believe, if he can't prove or get a doctor to confirm that it's that doctor's fault, he could be facing a 4-year ban because it's a very, very handy drug to be in your system as a boxer. You can be flushing it out within 15 minutes to an hour. It's something that boosts growth hormone. It's excellent for recovery, for fat loss. Hopefully then Lawrence has all the receipts and he can prove that this is what happened. But even then he faces strict liability as it is an issue that it's down to the fighter.
Yeah, allowing it to get into his
this is your
system
body.
regardless.
But yeah, the good news is that everyone's made their statements. Everyone's going to be quiet. Slightly similar to maybe the Joseph Parker one that's been handled. But let's all go through the process and see where we are. It's a shame. I I think Lawrence is really popular. His story has always been great. But it's been a big jump up from 14 stone 4. He was 19 and a half stone for Ebenezer Tete a little while ago. That's 5 stone of pure muscle. But it's, it's always it's bad for the sport. It's bad for all these boys that risk their lives in every sparring session, let alone fight. And I'm not saying Lawrence is guilty at all. I'm sure, and I hope that he clears his name. But when you see that Jarrell Miller is headlining a show in a couple of weeks, why would these guys think, well, if everyone else is doing it and getting shows and getting dates, why would I not?
Denzel, no one likes to see anyone failing drugs testing and fights being off and it being involved in the sport, regardless of whether, he manages to prove his innocence. But obviously a little bit personal to you in terms of you winning the world title and the situation there.
Yep, and the drug cheat gets to keep his belt, but that's life sometimes. But in Lawrence's situation, I kind of believe this statement because he's not denying it. Everyone that's failed a PD test, the first thing they try to do is say,
don't know how it happened.
Don't know how it happened. It's not there. We get to the bottom of it, and they never do. Like Wally said, if he can prove, the doctor can prove that the substance he was giving him, that was in there, fair enough. It kind of makes sense. I didn't know it was in his system until now. That it could be used for recovery, which makes sense because you're talking about injuries. But at the end of the day, he's just got to deal with the cards he's dealt and make sure that his name gets cleared, innit? But strict liability, you have to be. He's been in the game long enough to understand that you have to be cautious of whatever's going on in your body. A doctor's not just going to offer you something and you're not going to ask what it is. Correct. If you do ask what it is and it sounds a bit fishy, then you got to speak about it. How can this harm me? Okay, can we get something written down or what it is? Or I'm even sure if you have to go for a process of this, you can put in an email or something to the board and let them know, ask for an exemption. Look, I'm taking this for these purposes. Is it okay?
Therapeutic use exemption.
There we go. So we just need to make everyone aware of the situation. If everyone's aware of the situation, news like this can't break because the board will either say, no, we're not having it, or yes, if this comes up, we'll understand and push it to the side. But now, I think I tweeted earlier, like, it's a bit embarrassing failing the PED test, you know what I'm saying? And it is because now your face is plastered everywhere. You want to maintain your innocence, but no one's going to believe you. That even when you kind of show your innocence, there's people out there that are still not going to believe you because you failed it. So you just have to be more careful with what you're doing and what you're putting in your body and how you go about it. So.
Yeah, because I didn't know about that you can get a sort of an exemption for certain things.
Yeah, so there's a crazy fact or a stat. I won't get it exactly right, but almost every single professional cyclist in the world has been diagnosed with chronic asthma, and that means that they all get a therapeutic use exemption to have inhalers. Yeah. Now, if you are a boxer, and there was a case that I can talk about with a doctor. He's a GP and he mixes with boxers. Certain guys who's been pictured with have failed tests. This guy ran a business where he told people, if you've got the male menopause, which I don't even know if it's a real thing or not, then
I'm not having that.
Then he can get you a TUE for testosterone. So I can walk around going, I feel a bit soft today. I don't feel very masculine. If he signs me off and says, I'll diagnose you with having the male menopause, I can have testosterone.
Yeah, it's mad.
Yeah. So that guy is operating in boxing even now, and I'm seeing him at shows. So So again, I'm not saying this is Lawrence, but any fighter, any young kid must look around and think, God, if all these guys are doing it and still in the sport, whether that be Conor Ben, whether that be Jarrell Miller, it must be hard for these guys to keep.
Not even just in the sport, like literally benefiting highly off the sport. Like they're the ones that are making the most money. Yeah. So it's like, why is anyone going to think, if I do it the right way, then whatever. When everyone that's been tested comes back and they're right back at the top of the tree. So,
well, you did a video earlier of explaining the situation that it broke. We have had a response back from Dillian White. Responded back to the Sun Sport story and has called out the failed test, saying, KMT, remind me what that is, I didn't know what that was.
Kiss my teeth.
Sorry, I'm old. You can't throw stones and live in a glass house. Scum. Yeah. So that was directly to Okolie. So
those two go back a long, long way, and they don't get on. They're not friends, and I do appreciate it because we have had situations where someone, I won't say their name, where a former fighter and a pundit demands lifetime bans for anyone who ever fails a test,
Apart from his friends.
then his see, that's my guy. then his mates get popped, and he's innocent. Everyone else is innocent. So that's bad, you know. Again, if everyone's got to either got to be really quiet or really clean, or both. But if you call people out and then you get popped, then you deserve everything that comes back at you.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, we'll see in due course what happens with that and what comes out, and if doctors are involved, we will see. So, yeah, the jury's out on that one at the moment. Let's move on now. We have got him in the studio. So let's talk about you, Denzel. New world champion. You've got that belt. Show us again. Come on.
Lovely little piece. Lovely little piece right here.
So you said earlier you don't think it's really sunk in yet.
No, not really, you know. Like, even now you're saying it, I'm like, oh, yeah, snap.
It is, and so fight night. Just talk us through the fight. I mean, unbelievable performance.
Thank you.
Brilliant 7th round stoppage. Fantastic. Just talk us through the actual fight. Was it what you were expecting? Did it feel how you were expecting it to?
I knew he was tough. I knew he was really game, but of course you never know how tough someone is until you're actually in there with him. So it did kind of, I did kind of expect what he was bringing, but he brought it with like a lot more intensity. One thing I would say, he had better defense than I'd seen in the past. Mm-hmm. I think I watched the Tapia fight and he was getting hit with a lot of right hands and he had no defense, but he come in with me and he was dipping his knees and rolling. I thought, wait, where's this coming from? But so I just had to kind of bide my time, and he could hit hard. He could hit.
Yeah, I saw that you said he was.
Yeah, he caught me. He caught me with a good body shot in the 5th, but I tried to shake it off and not let no one see. And I thought, all right, we will come on. And I came back the next round, so I let him know that you ain't got me yet. Do you know what I mean? So he was tough. I didn't throw a lot of punches because I just felt like there was no point in going with him. That was his thing. He could punch. He had good work rate. He was strong. Going with him would have just been a mistake. So I thought just kind of smother him, try to be defensively tidy. When I'm out of range, throw a jab here and there and throw some shots, try and find some openings. But when I caught him with that shot in the 7th, I knew I had to step on him. Because I caught him in the 4th, at the end of the 4th, and the bell went. And I thought, oh, I've got you now. And I did it. He came back the next round, and he got me. And I thought, oh, all right, cool. So when I felt him kind of dip, I didn't even care if he was gone or not. I just thought, I'm putting it on him right now. If he's not gone, then I've got to face the consequences. But if he is, then we're all good. Then, yeah, thankfully he was.
And again, like you kept sort of self-deprecating about not having achieved what a lot of these boys have achieved as an amateur. But, you know, I was there in the bubble when you fought Felix Cash. And for me, there's still big question marks over that Felix Cash performance. Nathan Heaney put on a performance of his life. Your boy had been really sick. It has not been an easy road for him. It hasn't. I guess when you lift that belt and you look around at the people that are there that stuck with you after Felix Cash, that stuck with you after Nathan, even going to Janibek, which was no disgrace in that. Yeah. When you get it after all the trials and tribulations, that's when it's sweeter than anything.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's why it's so mad. Someone was just yesterday, literally. Obviously like down that on that Wandsworth Road, my own bit, wherever. We play football every Monday, it's Larkle Park. And I went to go see the boys. I don't play them no more because in football, everyone gets a bit aggressive. And if I get clamped, I got to kind of like hold my temper and I don't want it. So I don't play no more. But I went to go see them after with the belt and stuff. And they were like, yo, man, you're not cocky enough, man. You need to say what I'm saying. It's crazy. Like when you think about it, like when you work so hard for something, the more you achieve, the humbler you become, the humbler you get. Because it's like, I've won this and it's just made me sit back and think, damn, like I actually put in a lot of work for this and it's come to fruition. It's come true. It's real now. I don't even know how to act. I'm happy, but it's like I don't know how to act. It's just I don't know. So I'm just sitting there and I'm just soaking it in. I'm just thinking that every now and then I'm just like, I'm a world champion, man. It's just mad.
I mean, there was an IBO middleweight world champion a little while ago who used to wear his belt to nightclubs.
Yeah. I mean, if he can do that, then
you haven't pulled that out yet.
Yeah. I mean, I think I got a fair chance with this one. I'm saying so. Yeah. I mean, some people know how to milk it really good, man.
Yeah. Shout out to Chris Eubank Jr.
100%. Yeah.
So what have you done since? Have you just relaxed? Have you been just having a bit of family time? What have you been doing?
I think straight after the fight there was a show in Ghana the weekend after, so I went out for that. Came back just at the end of last week. So since
How
then,
was
I've been
that?
chilling. That was good. It was good. It was a good show. Mad atmosphere as usual.
We know. We did a show in Ghana together, didn't
Yes. Oh, same venue, Bookham. Yeah.
Okay. It was the craziest week of my entire life.
It was mad. It was better organised than that time though. Definitely a lot better organised.
Do they still do the fights at the fish market when they close it down at night?
No.
That doesn't happen no more.
Bookham was the same area though,
Yeah.
but they got a stadium for it now. Like, they got a venue, not really stadium, but yeah. So it was good. Started late, but not as late.
They just let
Finished-
however many people in. It's just
It
as
was mad,
many
yeah.
as
No,
they
but
want.
that time it was literally free entry for everyone.
Yeah, it was. So
Everyone
people were
rushed
just
in, yeah.
piling in.
This time it was ticketed, so there's a lot more
More structured.
more structured. Yeah, started a bit late, but not as late. We left before midnight, so that was a good thing.
Okay.
The last time we left.
I don't think we even started till midnight.
Yeah.
It was like 6 a.m. we left. It was actually
yeah,
crazy.
it was crazy. But yeah, no, it was good. It was good. It worked out good. See some good fighters, a lot of foreign fighters, no British fighters this time on this card. But yeah, no, it was really good. And then from then, because it was on that Friday, I just chilled for the rest of the week. Just chilled, played paddle, had some food. Come back home and I've just been chilling. I've just been relaxing. I ain't been in the gym yet. But,
So middle class now when he
Sally miss-
doesn't play football with his mates no more. He plays paddleboard.
No, I do. I still play on Fridays, but that's indoor.
So it's not as
It's not as yeah. No one's gonna be sliding in from I was indoor football, little tiki taka. Even though I'm not that good, I just like to run up and down a bit. But yeah. So yeah, no, I've just been good, man. I've just been chilling. But I'm missing the gym though. But I'll be back next week.
And again, we've talked about this middleweight division, one of the most iconic divisions. But since Canelo's moved up, some of the world champions are like Janabek, really talented, but not really big crossover names or stars. That's why maybe someone like Chris Eubank Jr. never boxed for a world title because he could find money fights. Is there already a fight that you would love, Denz?
Yeah, I just want everyone that didn't give me a chance when I didn't have this belt. So the Chris Eubanks, the Liam Smiths, domestically, and obviously further out. Obviously, I'd love a rematch with Janabek at some point, but of course he's got a sort of situation and there needs to be heavy testing for that fight now because we know what he's about. And then I don't want to. One step at a time, and I don't want to bite off more than I can chew. But at some point, I'd like to go up and fight Hamza. That fight's still there, but one step at a time. I'd like that Liam Smith fight because every fight that I'm going to ask for now in the office, I've asked for before, and no one even took a sniff. But I think I'm confident in getting them fights now.
Yeah, now you got the carrot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you got that there. Everyone will want it then. So
yeah, that's it. Yeah, exactly.
It's your bargaining tool, isn't it? Right. Well, do you fancy playing another game?
Go on, let's go for it. I won the last one, so I think I'm
Well, because we've got the belt, we're going to play below the belt.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so your fight lasted 7 rounds, so this is also going to be a 7-round game. Okay, so this is below the belt. You have to identify the boxer based on them below the belt.
Okay, cool.
All right?
I bet you thought once you was a world champion, just be millions of pounds and champagne everywhere, didn't you?
Yeah. It's not.
We got this. We pulled it all the stops. Right, the first one.
That is definitely Tyson Fury.
Well done.
Yeah, I'd have been shocked if it
Funny
wasn't.
little
I'd have been
legs.
shocked if it wasn't.
And I used to love with Tyson Fury when he used to go running and he'd have just like little school socks.
Yeah. Little ankle socks on his yeah.
Yeah, never ever used to look right to me. Not like a long football sock, not like a cool sports sock, like a little black school sock.
Who is this?
Brad Pauls.
He's very good at this.
Sparring him the other week, wasn't you?
Yeah.
There you go. That's 2 from 2. Who is this?
Anthony Joshua.
He's so good.
On brand Under Armour.
Yeah. Oh, it gets tricky now.
Oh, who's like
That is. Oh, Tommy Fury. Are these all British fighters?
No, they're not.
Damn.
No, they're not. I remember.
23. That was the number that Beckham took, wasn't it, when he went to...
Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Oh, he does that sort like that.
I can't even remember who this is.
I want to say that's Mark Chamberlain, but I don't think it is.
No.
No, Golden Boy. That's Golden Boy Promotions at the back. That's got to be Ryan Garcia. Oh, yeah, there we go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Who's
This
this?
is too old school. I ain't seen these legs before. Muhammad Ali, mate? No, that's not Muhammad Ali. He didn't wear them boots.
I'll go Sugar Ray Leonard.
Yeah, I'm going with Wally. Sugar Ray Leonard. Oh.
What?
I was never going to guess that. I was never going to guess that.
Oh, that was I didn't get that one earlier. To be fair. Right, next one. Who is this?
Josh Taylor.
Our guy.
Very good, very good. Is that 6? You've got 5 out of 6 so far? Right, one more.
What's that SOG, man? Andre Ward.
Very good. You're so good at this game. 6 out of 7. Very good. Well done. Oh, smashed it. So that's both the games that you've won in this one.
Yeah, I'll take that.
He's a
I'll
winner.
get another belt.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got a mini belt in the back. Right, well, thank you so much for joining us. For this is episode 2, actually, so you're second guest. Thank you. But before we let you go, we have got one more challenge for you.
Okay, cool.
It's time for face-off. As you can see, we've got the leaderboard. So Anthony Yard currently leading at 13 seconds 58. Okay, I'm timing. Right, both ready?
No, I got this one. I mean, I can't even make this little mini microsecond.
Yeah, I'll try not to make anyone.
I'm ready.
Okay, come a little bit
gonna
closer.
walk into it.
Oh, okay. He wants to do the full work.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Right, 3, 2, 1, face off. Oh my God. Surely not.
Hold on, wait, give one more chance. We get second chances here. One more chance.
Right, we're gonna come on. We'll do a we will. Right. Okay, 3, 2, 1, face off. We've got 6 seconds. 5, 1. I've got to be honest. I knew that you wouldn't be very good at this because you laugh all the time.
Yeah.
I knew you'd be too giggly for that one. 6.51.
He said something that was cheating.
Why? What did he
He
say?
said something about nipples, and I just started.
Wait, what did you actually say?
Nothing. He's lying. Don't listen to him. Nipples. I'm a serious journalist.
Well.
Oh, it's a serious.
So as you can see, you're going to be second on the leaderboard, which
Yeah,
is...
I won't be second for long.
You'll soon drop right down.
second because no one else has done it yet.
Well, enjoy it while it lasts. But
Yeah.
you did win our other 2, so it's okay. It's all right. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for tuning in. Episode 2 is done. Another good one. And make sure you join us again next week. This is Corner Talk.